This is the slimmest phone that Samsung makes. Let's open it up and check it out. Dave Taylor here with the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge. And as you can see from the box, no, just kidding, the box is the same size, but this is the thinnest phone Samsung makes, and this is probably the thinnest 5G phone on the market. Though rumor has it that the Apple iPhone 17 Air might be 1 millimeter thinner. But what I want to do is I want to unbox it. I'm going to give you a lot of specs, and then I'm going to go take a couple of photos, and then I'll come back. So let's start with the unboxing, because I know you want to see the phone. And what's nice is with modern box design, and I'm pretty sure this is the same box design company that Apple uses. It's really reminiscent of opening up an iPhone, but there's just paper. So you just tear the tabs and the phone's ready to open. And let's see. So there's, as usual, a box on the lid, and in the box, we're gonna see what's in here. Oh, it's nice. It comes out on a little pull tray. So there's a SIM removal tool, which is interesting because it advertises that it is an eSIM device. There is a quick start guide and some other material from AT&T. And what else is in here? And there is our charging cable. So that's pretty much the top part of the box. So that's USB-C to USB-C. And then, of course, what you really care about, what I care about, is the phone. And there it is. And there it is. That is a remarkably slim phone. It is 5.8 millimeters. Now, where this really is a comparison is when I hold it up versus my iPhone 15 Pro. You can see there, and you can see in the close-up, there's a substantial difference in thickness. Though weight-wise, it's lighter, but not dramatically lighter than the iPhone. But we're not interested in the iPhone. We're interested in the Samsung. So let's peel the lid off, as it were. And so now, on the right-hand side are the standard buttons, which is power and volume up and down. On the top, there are two tiny holes that I'm going to guess are something to do with speakers. On the left-hand side, it would be a slot for a micro SD card, but this doesn't support micro SD cards, so it's just a little like blank space. And on the bottom, we have USB-C, and we have a little slot again. These are probably to do with speakers. And on the left side, you can see the SIM tray. So you can use that SIM removal tool and pop it open and put a physical SIM card in if that's what you want, though it does support eSIM. Let's go ahead and power it up. And I really appreciate that modern devices come charged. So I'm gonna hold that power button for a while. While this powers up, let me tell you some specs. So it features a 6.7-inch AMOLED 2X display. That doesn't mean it's double the resolution. It means it's a second generation display from Samsung, so it's brighter and it uses less power. So resolution, it is 1440 by 3120 at 120 hertz. So previous gens were at 60 hertz. Difference being, this is going to give you much smoother motion in games and other apps. So peak brightness is a remarkable 2600 nits, which means it's going to be very viewable even in direct sunlight. And it's powered by, the same as every Galaxy S25 device, they all have the Snapdragon 8 Elite, which is an octa-core CPU running some of its CPUs at 4.47 gigahertz and others at 3.53 gigahertz. Also, this super slim device features a 3900 milliamp hour battery, which, given that all the S25s have the same CPU, this is the smallest battery. So I expect this to have the least battery life of all of the S25s from Samsung, but it should still last you a day. You might have to be charging it just before you're going out for your midnight madness, but features 256 or 512 gigs of storage. The unit that AT&T sent me, this guy, has 256 gig of storage, 12 gig of RAM, and then you'll notice there are two cameras on the back. There's a 12 megapixel f2.2 ultra wide, And then, remarkably, a 200 megapixel f1.7 wide angle is your standard camera. And then the selfie camera in the little hole punch is a 12 megapixel f2.2. It's running Android 15 and Samsung's One UI 7. And as I said, there's the cutout in the metal, but there's no support for micro SD. And when I gave you the port tour, you should have noticed that there's no 3.5 millimeter jack. Honestly, it's so thin, I don't think it could fit a 3.5 millimeter jack, which is pretty wild, actually. The front is Gorilla Glass Ceramic 2. The back is Gorilla Glass Victus 2. And under the screen here is a fingerprint scanner, and those work with ultrasonics. Kind of cool. So let's do start and at least get something on screen for your review. I agree to everything. I don't want any privacy. I don't care about my data. Let's just go. So I'm going to just set it up manually. And at this point, I need to choose a Wi-Fi network. There's all sorts of steps I need to take. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually just pause here. So you've seen the phone, you've seen everything else that's in the box. Now what I want to do is I want to share with you a couple of photos and a couple of videos. Then I'll come back and give you some comments on the phone. So let's jump in the field. This is a selfie video with the built-in microphone. There's a lot to like about this phone, I gotta say, and those photos and videos, very impressive. They've really packed a lot into this phone, and as we're seeing from all the major manufacturers, there's tons of AI too. So not only is there AI to help you with your writing and your emails, but there's a lot of AI to help with photo editing, and you can merge multiple photos, you can change backgrounds. It's pretty remarkable. Honestly, that's a whole nother area of study for a new consumer. But suffice to say, there's a lot to like here, and I think the biggest thing to like is that it's so dang thin. This is a thin, light, simple phone. It might not be the most featureful, and it might not be the fastest of all phones available from Samsung in this line, but man, I gotta say, it is a big, bright screen, and it's fast, and it's just super portable and really easy to work with. I'm a fan. If I wasn't already in the iPhone ecosystem, this would be definitely one of the phones I'd be looking at really closely. So that's what I got. As I said, we've gone through all the specs. You've seen some demos, and this is 5.8 millimeters thick. Obviously, there's the camera bump, but that's kind of what you get. And it comes in 3 different colors. It comes in icy blue, silver, or jet black. And I'll let you figure out which color this is based on the fact that it is, well, jet black. So, lots to check out here. Now, I do want to actually talk about the price. Before we get there, I'm going to invite you to subscribe to my channel. Click or tap on that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon for notifications of my new content, and please give me a thumbs up if you found this of value. Excellent. This, let me hold up the box too. This is the Samsung Galaxy S25 Edge. This was loaned to me by AT&T, which was very kind of them, and comes in 3 colors, and it is $1,099 or $30.56 a month times 36 months at att.com. You can get it through Samsung and other retailers too, of course, but hey, that's what I got. And I'm going to go and take some more photos. So I hope to catch you in my next video.